What's happening, Runehammer Clan? Hawk Runehammer here, and today I'm going to be bringing you something a little bit different. I've been toying around with World Machine, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it is a terrain generation program. It's used not just to generate Minecraft worlds, although it can be used for that, but also for video games in general. And it's a really great tool. Uh, you can make some pretty fantastic terrain with it, and then you put it into World Painter, and then you throw on your Minecraft touch to everything, and well, the finished product is pretty fantastic. And this was actually going to be a test world, but it ended up being so good, in my opinion. I mean, it just looks really nice to me. Um, it ended up looking really nice, and I think I'm actually going to use it for a build. But I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I've made, and yeah, let's go ahead and get to that. Here it is, guys. Just feast your eyes on that, and while the camera pans around, I'm going to talk to you about it a little bit. So, I really wanted to start making some custom maps of my own, and I've been fooling around with World Edit um, and World Painter, and I'd been getting some decent results, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. And so I looked up World Machine because I heard of a few people using it before, including YouTubers like Jamsy Boy, who unfortunately doesn't make YouTube videos anymore, but he had some really good tutorials on World Machine up. And so I watched his tutorials, I downloaded the program, and I messed around with it myself, and this is what I came up with. And this area right here that you're looking at now is I really want to put a pirate cove right here, and I think it would just look great in this sheltered bay. I mean, it looks like the perfect place for this piratey hideaway, and it just the process of doing this, it wasn't really difficult at all. Once I got the techniques down that I needed to make the terrain, and I understood all the different filters and things that go into the program. It really wasn't that difficult to make my own map, export it into World Painter, and then export that into Minecraft after I had added like grass and different stone textures and things like that. Um, but yeah, it came together so quickly and so nicely. I mean, I spent hours learning how to use the program, but making this map itself, it didn't take long at all. Like honestly, it probably took an hour to make this, and that's with me not really being that familiar with the program. As I get better with this, I'm gonna make bigger maps, which the main reason why I even wanted to do this is because um, I want to make a large scale map to do my builds in. I've been kind of tired of building in super flat, and this is my answer to that. Basically, and seeing landscape like this, when you see a map, um, a lot of my builds, I get the ideas from, okay, well, camera stop panning now, so we can sort of free roam a little bit. But I get a lot of my ideas from real like terrain that I've seen and actual features out in the real world. And I think, okay, if only I had this sort of mountainside or something like that, uh, um, an outpost or a fortress would go really good here, or something like that. I sort of imagine what sort of surroundings would my build fit into. And when I see really good terrain in a Minecraft world, or or if I can make some custom of my own, or mess around with other people's maps, um, then I get inspired to build even more. And yeah, it's just definitely part of my creative process. But anyway, guys, I'm going to give you a little bit closer look here at some of the finer details. Now, I used um, when I got this into World Painter, I used some global settings to set certain things, like grass doesn't generate past a certain angle. And there's also this little bit of mixed in gravel and things, which I think looks really, really nice. Like when you're actually walking around the map and you see that there's these different color stones, and then there's some gravel, which or is like sort of it gives it that sort of eroded feel, like some of the stone is breaking down and it's eroding naturally. It makes all the difference, I feel like, to having this be a really awesome and realistic map. And I mean, just look at the terrain features. I mean, everything turned out better than I expected, much much better than I expected. And I feel like as time goes by, I'll get even better at this. So if I make some really good maps and I'm really satisfied with them, I will definitely put them up for download. Now, this one right here, like I said, as soon as I saw this island and as soon as I saw all the terrain features when I first rendered it into Minecraft, I thought, man, this would be the perfect place to put some sort of like a pirate ship with a nice little hideout somewhere in the rocks. I had all these ideas pop into my head just from seeing the terrain and seeing the landscape, and always gives me good ideas. So that being said, just look forward to that, and definitely look forward to seeing more custom maps in the future because, like I said, I'm kind of tired of using super flat worlds now. It's definitely better to use them for stuff like tutorials and things like that. So you're still gonna see videos uploaded with me building things in super flat, but by and large, though, I want more and more of my builds to be just better and more organic. And when you have terrain like this, it challenges you to build with it and not just have some sort of static build. And like right, I don't think there's a single place, maybe like right here on some of these ledges, that I could make a symmetrical build. But even not even then, because everything is so well, it's so randomized and the terrain is so it's so rocky and choppy that I don't even think that I could make a truly symmetrical build if I tried. It would take too much editing of the terrain, and it just wouldn't look right. It would stick out like a sore thumb. So yeah, like I said, this is definitely going to be a nice challenge for me, and it's going to help me produce even better builds in the future for you guys. So definitely look forward to that, and stay on the lookout for much more to come of this, guys. But that's all I have to say about that. If you like this content, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave me a comment if you want to see more of this sort of thing. If you want to see a tutorial come up, not necessarily a tutorial, but if you're curious how I did this and the process that went into this, I might make a video on that. Just let me know in the comments if you're interested in that sort of thing. I don't really want to necessarily do a bunch of like world edit and world machine tutorials and stuff like that because there's already good ones out there, guys. I don't want to do a bunch of stuff that everyone else is already doing. Um, I just want to make this stuff for myself and of course for you guys. So, like I said, um, let me know down in the comment section what you think. And until next time, guys, peace.